trying to create an utopian society which is not there. And you imagine that society, how people need to organize themselves and things like that. That imagination is not reality, it's theoretical. We are living in the reality of Kenya. And the reality of Kenya is, if you are selling a product, you are selling to Kenyans. And it's upon Kenyans to make that decision whether they'll buy your product or not. The fact of the matter is that every political party has a party leader whose that party is actually the party leader. You get what I'm saying?
So it's down to individuals, it's not the parties.
May I finish?
No, it's a question.
I'm coming there. And they have their support base. Whether you grumble, you do what, they have their support base. Whether you say you are going to do what for them, they still have their support base. So, and that is the Kenya we are. So in that constraint, you will be a fool to start imagining your own theories of how Kenya is supposed to be.
Is democracy my own theory?
No, may I finish? You have to live with that reality.
How can it be that democracy
and
is
the
my
reality
theory?
And the reality is, we came to power with Kenya Kwanza, which is also a coalition. You get the UDA and the other small parties. Then after that, you saw the margin. The margin of the difference between number one and number two, it was too small, which means Kenya is divided in the middle. So, and it follows that because also the unhygienic nature of our politics is that whoever loses don't appreciate that he has lost. He will say all manner of things about stolen elections. And because they have their support base, which buys into their ideas, hook and crook, then for you, when you become now the head of state, the first thing, as Honorable Elijah said, is to ensure there is peace and tranquility in this country.
By including all parties into government.
I come to that. So anything that ensures that there is peace, because you need a peaceful environment to be able to execute your agenda. You can't execute your agenda when people are on the street with sufurias on their heads.
I think you've
So, may I finish? So what you do as a president, the cardinal duty is to make sure that the country is peaceful. And because these guys are fighting, because of there are so many propaganda around, the level for you to bring that tranquility is to be able to talk to them. Okay. And given that the president was able to convince Honorable BAMBA to come on board, and things stabilize now. But what does it stop you from making sure that you have that broad-based? Because serikali ni yetu wote. You know the cake is enough for all of us.
And I think you've just captured it by saying serikali
and you see,
all parties should be in government.
May I tell you, at the end of the day, you will go to the ballot. And it is the Kenyans, you are trying to build that utopian society that will decide that this is the best coalition for them. So if somebody has decided to eat a pork, why should you want to sell him fish?
All right.
So let us accept the situation the way it is. Yeah. We are trying to build a coalition that will win us the 2027 elections.
All right.
The likes of Wakili Kinyanjui can go and build their utopian society and do those theories there. Whether they will work or not is none.
At least you admit we are an imperfect society.
But we are,
our politics is.
But as we are giving the product the way it is.
We've
and
asked
the way
this question
Kenyans
on our Facebook page: has the hustlers versus dynasty narrative changed anything for ordinary Kenyans, or is it just the same political class deciding for us? Let's sample some of your views here. And Gladson says, too much talk, and that hustler narrative was well calculated and timely, but definitely it has not yet done or served its purpose. Maybe soon it will, or maybe not. Matthew Samuel says, has brought more worse to hustlers than good. Fred Mokua, following the Moi forces, from Moi forces Lanet, it says a political class is regrouping to protect their own self-interest, broaden-based government. Steve Otieno says nothing has changed. Ruto is a dynasty who used the hustler slogan to get into power, and after assuming power, he forgot the very hustlers who gave him power. Willy Mutunga, there is no hustler narrative because the idea behind it was not implemented. There must be a better framework. Paul Jr., it's the same monkeys in the forest, still very hungry and only thinking about themselves. So many lies have been added to the nonsense of hustlers. Wakili, you've had the admission by the politicians. They do agree that whatever they do, we are not in utopia. In fact, they say that democracy